Hey there, welcome to Monstercat's Mix Contest, where real home DJs showcase their mixing talents to win real prizes. Here, let me show you. Each season, finalists from all over the world face off on the show to earn the votes of our elite judges. They must come up with the most creative mix only using our music. But there could only be one season champion. So let's get right into it because it all starts right now on this season of the Mix Contest.
Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to the fourth challenge and our second round of semifinals for the Mix Contest Season 6. Before we get into this episode, it's time for the results from last week's Artist Mentors Challenge. Both Mikey and Ethani put up an incredible fight, but unfortunately, only one of the two can advance to the finale. You voted online, and our elite judges listened to each mix multiple times to determine who advances. And we're going to reveal the results right now. The first home DJ to advance to the finale is Ethani. Congratulations, and I cannot wait to see how you perform one last time. To send off Mikey, here's some feedback from our elite judge, Feathervane.
Ethani, congratulations on securing your spot in the finale. But Mikey, don't let yourself think he beat you easily. We had to listen to these mixes numerous times before landing on a decision, and the votes were very close up until the very end. You put up a great fight, but here's some feedback that might help give you an edge in the future. Something important to keep in mind with these longer mixes is maintaining momentum. You started off strong but slowed down in the last leg, letting the Deep Abyss play by itself for 2 minutes, for example. Also, be cautious of some of the risks you take. Chopping up the Ultima Acapella on top of Hold On Me was definitely creative, but it made for a mashup that we didn't really resonate with. All that said, thank you so much for being a part of this season, and we wish you the best.
Thank you, Feathervane. Now, let's see what's in store for us today. Just like last week, this is Artist Mentors, but with a few twists. Both Darby and Disharmonic have spent the last week being mentored by the incredible producer and rotating host of Monstercat Silk Showcase, Jason Andel. In this 30-minute mix, they must include 3 records from another rotating host of Monstercat Silk Showcase, and must also include a record selected by Enderin and myself. Immediately following this episode, head on over to monstercat.com/mixcontest2021 to vote for who you think deserves to advance to the finale and join Ethani in getting one step closer to the title of champion and the incredible prize bundle provided by Pioneer DJ, HyperX, and Label Radar. This community vote will join our elite judges in determining who advances. Lots up for grabs this episode, so let's jump right into it. First up on the decks is Darby. His focus artist is Sundriver, and he must include Puppet and the Eden Project's record, The Fire, selected by yours truly. Here's what Jason Andel had to say about mentoring Darby.
Darby's mix is a tightly woven set that has a ton of influence from his producer background. In this uniquely styled set, you'll hear a lot of sampling and layering, but with maybe a bit more around the melodic elements instead of the vocal lines and lyrics. With this focus, the challenge we talked about is how to fit in tougher, less traditional chord progressions and even rhythms specifically in a way that feels natural. Plus, how to have parts of the track be heard when the layers start to add up. It's a delicate balance, but I think you'll enjoy what Darby has for you. Great work and best of luck.
Talk too much with there's no one else around. I said it's not my fault. I said it's not my fault. I'm lost in my mind, stuck in this coffin of mine. I gotta try to get out. You gotta help me 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 get out, 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 out. You gotta help me get out, 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 out. You gotta help me get out. Help me get out. You gotta help me get out. Help me get out. Okay. You gotta help me get out. Help me get out. You gotta help me get out. You gotta help me get out. Help me get out.
I need it like a vice, got me hooked, I cannot lie. I tell you every time that we'll make it out alive. Come on, don't think about the consequences if you want it, yeah. another record. Hands in the air, music blasting, and my heart was pounding, wind in my hair and we were laughing, and all of the questions you were asking, making me feel like it was just us. And my mind was racing, never had love before I saw you, never had lust before I loved you. When did you learn to run from nothing? You could be my ex with something. It's been too long, too many wrongs. What have I done? You've forgotten the words to our song. Now it's gone. Take it back, just for one night. Take all the wrongs and pretend that we're alright. Feel the rhythm in our souls, let them intertwine. Cause you know what you do to me. It's not fair, I don't care. Take you there, make you mine before you call us out. Let's sing good night.
It's not the first time out loud. Take me home. Let the pieces fall to the cold ground where they belong. I'll play the part of whomever you want me to be, 'cause my identity has been lost to me.
I lived a dream, now I'm in the dark. Oh, you ran away and took my life, and so ripped me to pieces. Just let it all go. My heart was on fire, but you let me burn. You got me wired, now there's no return. You took my soul, rip me to pieces, let it all go. Rip me to pieces.
That's how we do it, yeah.
the only one who feels like I'm going nowhere. Just wishing somehow this dream will carry me. And I swear just one last time. They say the world is yours, so I'ma make it mine. 'Cause nothing is stopping you. You could set the world on fire. Nothing is stopping you. And if I go out, I'll go out screaming. It's right now, and you've been waiting for so long. Forget fear and just run. Your past won't catch you now.
Thank you, Darby. If you think Darby deserves to advance to the finale, head on over to monstercat.com/mixcontest2021 right after this episode and vote. Picking right back up, here is Disharmonic. His focus artist is AMR, and he must include Tut Tut Child's Talking of Axes featuring Jim Davies, which was selected by Enderin. Here is Jason Andel on what it was like mentoring Disharmonic.
This mix from Disharmonic is intensely planned as he leaned into his storytelling. This has been building from past mixes, and what you'll hear are thought-out track choices that I think someone who knows the catalog will appreciate, with big statement sections. We talked about some of the challenges when making a mix hyper-dynamic like this, plus methods to guide the listeners as they go through these 30 minutes. That also includes a bit of spontaneity when inspiration strikes, when even better ideas come up as part of the process of working on the project. I know he's ready to tell the story, so let's get into it. Great work, and best of luck, Disharmonic.
Reaching never
mic, I'm back, bitch.
You go find yourself a someone. You go find yourself a someone. You go find yourself a someone. You go find yourself some. You go find yourself a someone. You go find yourself a someone. But I can't sleep. I can't sleep alone.
Oh, these brothers my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ I never gotta roll with price. Why they wanna move like that? They want gone. You want act like that? Why you play hard?
Thank you, Disharmonic. And that just about wraps up today's episode. Thank you to our finalists and Jason Andel for putting on quite the show. There is no doubt in my mind that voting is going to be tight this week. Darby and Disharmonic's fate now lies in the hands of our elite judges and you, the community. Head on over to monstercat.com/mixcontest2021 and vote for the home DJ most deserving to advance to the finale and get one mix closer to the incredible prize bundle from Pioneer DJ, HyperX, and Label Radar. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to join us next week for a very special episode of the Mix Contest and a challenge that can change the fate for all finalists in the season. Because, well, no one's ever really gone. Until then, this has been Rocket Man, signing off. See ya.